What's up guys, it's Areeb here, and let's get back to part 2 of our Binance video here. So you already have an account. What most people want to do is buy cryptocurrency with their credit card. So I'm going to show you basically how you verify your identity. Because until you do that, you really can't buy very much. I'll show you how it works when you click here and buy crypto. Okay, so by default, at least in my account, it's set to buying in euros and getting BTC or Bitcoin. So you can choose your currency, whatever currency makes sense for you. For example, if you are in the EU, you probably want to be charged in euros. All right. The reason you would want to use your native currency is because that way you don't have to pay currency conversion fees. So they support a lot of different foreign currencies on Binance. So definitely pick the one that makes sense for you. In my case, Canadian dollars. After that, you can choose the coin that you want. Also, you'll see here it's kind of misleading. It says you can buy up to $6,700, but you can't actually do that until you get verified. So if you choose your coin, though, click here. You can choose many other coins, right? Also note, too, there's different pairs of coins you can buy according to the currency you have. So, for example, you might be able to buy BTT or Bittorrent if you chose US dollars, whereas in Canadian dollars, you cannot do that. And even if you can't, that's okay too. I will show you in a different video how you can trade coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin for other coins that are not listed directly to purchase through fiat. Okay, so let's say if I wanted to buy XLM, right? It just shows you the conversion, how much you would get for 500 Canadian dollars or whatever amount you've chosen there. Okay, if you choose Ripple, for example, it says you get 671.7. Okay, but I'll just go back to Bitcoin. It could be any coin. And you click on buy BTC or whatever coin that is. By default, new card. See, you'll see here you can't actually continue. If you hit cancel, it won't allow you to proceed with the purchase. Okay, so what you just do is click on buy again, and it's going to ask you again to verify your identity. So click on verify now. And so you choose the country that you're from, at least the country your ID is from. Okay, you enter your information, like your first and last name. You'll enter your date of birth, and you also have to upload a picture of your ID, and also a picture of yourself holding the ID. Okay, so go there, enter your first name. Okay, if you have a middle name, you can enter it optionally. Enter your address, your postal code. Also note, at least for Canadian postal codes, you can't have a space. If you have a space, it's going to reject it. Okay, and that's why I had the verification failed there, so you have to correct that. Okay, so we did the basic verification. You'll see though, guys, you can only buy up to 240 euros. So you really are quite restricted still. That's why I talked about the ID verification. See, now it's telling you can actually only buy 370 Canadian dollars worth of cryptocurrency, in this case Bitcoin. It's not about the coin you're buying, it's about the fiat value, right? So they're basically not based on risk. Pretty much if you haven't verified yourself, I guess they're concerned about the risk of a chargeback. So they're going to ask you to increase that. If you want to do that, you got to click here to do the ID and face verification. You can use either your ID card, your passport, or your driver's license, right? So you choose the type of ID you want to use and then click on continue. And in my case, I'm going to be using the ID card for, well, the friend I had here was going to use their ID card. Okay, and then you have to upload the front picture and back picture of the ID, and the quality has to be pretty good. You also have to upload a photo of yourself. So like if you have like a passport type of photo, then you have to do that as well. So they just want to make sure it's you, that you haven't taken a stolen ID, so they verify that your face against the actual ID. Okay, and if you begin verification and want to verify your physical face, so make sure your webcam is plugged in. In our case here, it wasn't plugged in at first. Okay, so you just click on begin verification, plug it in, and then you can give permission for the camera to be used by your web browser. That way you can do the verification here. Okay, I've also blanked out my friend's face. Listen to what it says, or actually look at what it says. Please nod your head. Okay, and it's going to ask you different things. At one point, it said, please shake your hand. But you see here, the actual writing says, please shake your head. So always do what it writes there. So if you were to shake your hand, that's not right. Even though the voice might say, please shake your hand. Always do what you see here in the text. There's a bit of a bug we encountered with the Binance verification at the time. Okay, and it may take a few times as well. So yeah, verification failed for my friend a few times. What we had to do is get a light ring, and until we got the light ring, it wasn't working. So everyone's different, but yeah, sometimes for some people it seems like it's more difficult for the system to verify your face. Then you also might get, I said the server's busy now, so it definitely can be a cumbersome process. For some people, it's like the first time without doing any special lighting, and for other people, you have to get a full light ring and all kinds of other things and do so many tests. For example, here it might ask you to blink your eye. So there's a lot of ways it can try to match facial recognition against the ID that you uploaded. Alright guys, so in theory you should be good to go, and you should in theory be able to buy cryptocurrency now, but the reason I made a part 3 is because that's not always the case. If you're in Canada and many other parts of the world, you may go and try and make that purchase now that you're verified. Binance is going to let you make it. The question is your bank going to allow you to make that purchase? And so we're going to make a part 3 that deals with getting around your credit card company who blocks you from making that purchase. So guys, this has been Areeb here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.